Hi everyone, this is Mary. You're watching another little piece of my art. And welcome to, again, my coffee table. So I'm in the living room. It's thundering out, so if you hear that, that's what that is. And also have a fan on because I don't want to turn the air on yet. I want to see how long I can go. So I just thought I'd show some things that I've been working on. I don't really have much because I've been kind of diversifying my activities. But in my last video, I was showing some gouache paint that I got. It was these here, Montmartre. I don't know how to say it, you guys, but they're from Pop Shelf, and there was 12 tubes in the pack, and I didn't know if I was going to like them because it's a whole story with me and gouache, but I thought I would give the tubes ones a try and see how it went. So I still have this container left over from a gouache set from Five Below that went moldy on me. So I just pour a little bit of each paint color in here. And then when I was painting, I was like, well, I have no idea. And I was using the lid for my mixing. I was like, well, I have no idea when I come back to this if it's going to be dried up, mildewy, moldy. Like, I had no idea what to expect, but there's only one way to find out, right? So I would just close this at night, and when you come back, it's still the same. It's still wet as it was before. So so far so good. I mean, it might be like a tiny bit drier, than when you first scored it out, but really not much. And I have been having a blast working with this gouache paint set. I can't stop working with it. Like, ever since I started painting with it, I don't feel like doing anything else. So yeah, I haven't opened the other. So I got another gouache set with the jelly set from Five Below, and this time I'm going to try adding alcohol to it to keep it from molding. And that one is like more of the macaron colors, and I haven't opened those yet. So I've just been working with this. So I made this, and I used Dollar Tree's canvas paper. Do I have the thing out here? Let me see. No, I must have put it away. It's Dollar Tree canvas paper. It's like a pad of paper. Looks like that on the back. And you get 10, I think you get like 10 sheets in there. It's $1.25. I had bought 1 or 2 packs before, and I never used it until I decided I wanted to try these gouache paints. I was going to just use it on a piece of watercolor paper, but I was like, I already got these canvas pages cut out to size and everything. They're 8 by 10. So let me go ahead and try it out. So I've been working on this for 3 days. Like, I'll do some of it, and it takes a lot longer to dry than, of course, watercolor and acrylic, because it's tacky, even though I haven't worked on it in quite some hours. But I'll work on it and then, go do something else and come back later and do some more to it, and, so forth and so on. I've been doing it for days. And I think once this layer dries, I'm just going to go in with some oil pastels and kind of finish it up. I'm not trying to get in a museum here. I'm just trying to test them out. So I really like how they work a lot. If you've never worked with gouache, so to me it feels more like acrylic, but it dries more like watercolor, if that makes any sense. You know how, like, when you put acrylic down, like, if you don't move it right now, it's going to dry on you, and then there's going to be like that line where you can't get it to move anymore and blend and stuff like that. You don't have that problem with this. You have a lot more freedom of moving it around. So I really like it. And I'm going to go ahead and finish, this set, because I am just learning, and I'm going to do some paintings, in my sketchbooks and stuff like that to get through this set. And then I'm probably going to get the Winsor & Newton set. I like the tubes. I think maybe I'll have better luck with the tubes here in Florida, but I'm not sure. But I think I'll get the Winsor & Newton set that I got in one of my carts online. So, but yeah, I'm going to use this one up first. So let me move this and continue on with our conversation. So another thing is, I'm also, because I do like 4 projects at once, because that's just the way my brain works. I'm also wanting to so I took down everything off my walls when my house was leaking during the hurricane, and I haven't put anything back up since then, since I took it down last September, and I'm wanting to put stuff back up now. Hopefully nothing will happen to my roof this year, because we did get it sealed. We did not fix the it's still missing the shingles, but the sealer is like super thick. Anyway, so I'm sitting here trying to figure out, like, you know, when you have all your pictures sitting on the floor and you want to, you don't want to put nails in the walls until you know exactly how you want to hang them. So here, let me show you what I'm working with. So here's this wall right there. And this is what I'm working with. I have this painting and these. I have one of this color and then one in like an orangish color that my brother gave me. Love those. And then I have 2 parrot pictures. One's going to go on the other wall. And then I have a little thing, like a shadow box of shells. And then I have this mirror thing that my brother gave me also. So I was trying to figure out how I'm going to do it without making holes in the wall. And I finally came upon this idea, and it's just been so much fun. And my husband said, "Are you sure that you're not just doing that to procrastinate hanging the stuff?" Good point, because I hate hanging stuff. I hate hammering nails. I hate the whole thing. But so I came up with this idea. So in my sketchbook here, I used my gouache paint because I squirted some of it out in the tube from the tubes, and I figured, well, let me use them up, you know, because I don't know if they're going to dry or not dry over time. I mean, it's been fine day to day, but so this is my wall, my lamp, and my couch. And now I have been amusing myself with making little tiny things of the things I just showed you that's sitting on the couch. So this is that mirror shelf and the painting and the thing for my brother, and this is the parrot, and this is the little shell shadow box. And when I get done with those and I'm painting them with gouache, and you can see it's pretty, I mean, you could get some good detail, and I wasn't really even trying that hard. And I didn't have this, like, my smallest brush out. I had quite a bigger, was I using that one or this one? Oh, no wonder. This one's in the water. That one's dry. I was using this one. So, but yeah, you could, if you really try, you could get a lot of detail. So I'm going to cut those out and then arrange them, play with them on the wall. They're not right to scale or anything like that, but it's enough for me to get an idea. You know what I mean? Like I'm just, and then this couch that I'm sitting on right now, so we have 2. We have a long one and that like love seat one. This one here, I have some more stuff that's going to go on this wall, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I just thought I would tell somebody that, because it has been so fun and amusing me so much that I had to share that with you. I've also been making some, you know, like little bracelets with names on them. I had a bunch of beads I wanted to use up. I've also been crocheting a blanket for my newest grandson, Jax. He just turned 8 months old and I still haven't finished it, so I really need to get on that. I do have some things to show you as far as pictures. I don't know if I put stuff away or just haven't done it, any of it, or what's going on, because I couldn't barely find anything. When I showed you my last finished pages, I told you guys that these books were put away and I don't want to disturb the dog, but this is the page I did for the Dollar Tree challenge that I did on my channel, which was to color a picture and use only items bought from the Dollar Tree. So if you would like to watch that video, go about 2 or 3 back on my channel and you should see it. It was fun and I really enjoyed it, but now that I've showed you, I probably will pass this book on, even though it is one-sided. So if you're just starting out and you want to try something, you know, without spending a lot, these, I wish they would have had these kind when I first started, but they were always double-sided for quite some time. But yeah, this one would be good for that. And then I got this one as well and colored in it. I don't know if I showed you guys or not. I can't remember, but this one is Get Out There. And this is the same one that makes, it's the Igloo, the same people that made the Elvis book and the movie book. So if you have those, then you'll know. But this one's all about travel or like exploring. I don't like words on my pictures. But I'm going to keep this one because I like this particular set of books. And also it's nice to have something around that you don't mind if other people color in. You know what I mean? Like if you're working on a certain book, you might not want anybody else coloring in it. But you got to have some books that other people can feel free to color in. So I did this one. This was also the Dollar Tree challenge that I did on my page where, you know, the book came from the Dollar Tree and everything I used on the page came from the Dollar Tree. So that was a fun challenge because I didn't have any pencils really to use except for like 3 of the mechanical pencils from the brand Ink. So it was a little difficult. Like normally this would all be, you know, I would shade and blend better and stuff, but I didn't have, I mean, I have it, obviously it's in my room, but I didn't have the option to use it because of the challenge. So yeah, that's that. And then I have been working a lot in my sketchbook, both of them, big and small, and I've been working in this Dr. Seuss book. I was talking about this on a video not too long ago. Been working on this page here, and it has been a beast because all this fuchsia color here is all me doing this by hand, and it's layers and layers. I hurt my arm doing it, so I got the pencils put to the side and I'll finish it up, but I need to rest with that, just that tight, controlled, you know, motion. So I stopped on that one for a minute, but hopefully it'll be done by the next time I show anything. I did finish this one, and I like the clouds. I googled colorful cloud scenes or something like that to see, you know, ideas for different ones, and I just kind of copied what I saw there. So this book is so much fun. It really is. And then when I was showing the sparkle paint pens that I got from Jen in the mail, when I was doing like a bit of a demo, I did it in here, and I did it on these trees, and I was like, well, now I got to do that page. So this is a huge work in progress. Really, I'm more done than not done. I need to darken this tree to match the other side, and that was done with watercolor. But like if you go up close, a lot of these critters are dotted, and some of them have different colors in their hair, fur, and it's been so much fun to do this one because when my hand was hurting from the other page, I could just sit and do like dots or circles with my paint pens and things like that, and not be hurting myself too much. Now the background, you might be able to see or not. Let's see. Can you see the sparkles in the background? So I had got some sparkle water soluble like fat crayons from did I get those at Five Below or Pop Shelf? I can't remember, and I don't have them in front of me right now. Anyway, I got some of those, and I did the background with the purple and the blue, and I went over it a few times. I might have used the pink too. I can't remember, probably. I went over it a few times, and then I used from the neon set of pencils that I have, I used a little bit of pencil just to kind of where this places were where it wasn't completely like blending the way I wanted to. I just went in with those, so I didn't hurt my hand or anything. And you see how it gives it like a sheen, like I wanted something that was gonna go with the trees that I did with the markers that Jen sent. So anyways, I'm having a blast with this page, and taking my time, and I still want to do some detail work on some of these critters up here and everything, but that's a lot of critters. Yep, that's a lot of critters. So yep, that's what I did there. That's really let me see, let me look around. That's really all I've got, because I think I'll wait and show my sketchbook when I'm done, which won't be too much longer with this small one. This one here, because I'm always in here doing something. But yeah, today you get a very short video from me. So, oh, I know, one more thing I wanted to show you. And here's that paper. I thought I put it away, but it was over here. So, if you're interested in that canvas paper that I painted the Starry Night on, this is what it looks like. It's Crafter Square canvas pad. 10, it's 10, but 100% natural cotton canvas. And it looks like this. So, yeah, I like it. Especially if you're going to paint something, you have to ship it, because shipping framed items is not, it's not cool. I don't like doing it, so I always prefer not to. So my daughter claimed that painting, and I said, I'm sending it to you flat, and you're gonna have to get your own frame. She said fine. Okay, so then also I forgot to show this when I got it. I think I got it, I think I was out when I got it. Like I was going somewhere, and then I went to the mailbox. But somebody who commented on my last video asked me to show this book. This is Drawing and Painting with Colored Pencil. Basic Techniques for Mastering Traditional and Water-Soluble Colored Pencil. And it's by Christy Ann Kutch, or Cooch, I don't know. It's quite the hefty book. Here's the ISBN number. I would say that with the age that this book appears to be, that your best bet is going to be to look on, okay, so 2004 maybe. So somebody gave it to somebody Mother's Day 2008. But anyways, I've been enjoying it. I got a magazine, receipt for Joann's. I got some cool stuff at Joann's, and they are, as you know, going out of business. So they told me that they're going to be there until the end of May. So every week we're going to go back. My neighbor and I are going to go back, and because they said they're just keep emptying until the warehouse is empty. So sometimes there's going to be different stuff. That's what they said. Also, if any of you ladies or gents are looking for a job, part-time of course, if you want to go work at Joann's for the store closing, you get your pay of course, but you get 30% 10% more additional on top of the whatever, you know, the different sales. So I would do it, but I have no way to get there. Okay, so the first half of this book is colored pencil techniques, and it's just, you know, I think at this point most of us have probably read or watched videos on YouTube about how to work colored pencils. If not, maybe pick up a book like this. This one was $3 or $4, so very cheap. But it's just materials, and I can tell this book's kind of old because some of these supplies I don't, let's see. What's this one? Like, I don't think they have, what is Rexel Cumberland? Derwent Signature Van Gogh Color Series. I can't read this one, but yeah, they look different. Anyway, you know, she just goes through the pencils, graphite pencils, all the stuff you're going to need, what you're going to color on, because remember, she's teaching this from a perspective of creating the art yourself from scratch, you know, not for coloring in a coloring book, but of course, no matter what it is, you can always adapt it. But then she goes like through different techniques, ways that you can do things, like plan your composition. You know, if you plan your highlights, even with coloring, if you plan your highlights, then you don't have to add them later. But she talks about layering, blending, burnishing, lifting, creating texture. This is like putting something underneath your paper. I think she's got sandpaper or something underneath this to get that look. I don't know if it's coming through on the camera, but ooh, did you hear that thunder? I remember liking this idea for grass. I'm going to try to do that in my sketchbook. I might do that tonight. I'll let you know how it goes. Creating uneven or downy surfaces. You know how hard it is to do mountains and things like that? So I thought that was also helpful. I'm trying to remember where I stopped. Oh, color theory. So I thought this was really cool. I mean, I know I have seen it before, but talking about like colors to apply under, like basically an underpainting kind of an idea, to apply under your colors to get different looks and effects. Yeah. So then here we go. Now we're into the watercolor pencil. So we got materials, same sort of thing, and then we've got, you know, same thing as the front, the different types of boards, watercolor papers, cold press, hot press, all that, brushes. So, you know, there wasn't any water brushes invented yet when this book came out. I'm a big fan of water brushes, but I know not everyone is. Masking fluid, that's what I went to Joann's for and totally forgot to look for it. Masking fluid, so you can leave your light areas light. Watercolor pencil techniques. So, you know, here's a little bit about how to understand them and like tips and exercises. Mastering the techniques. Wet onto wet. So, you know, if you do a sketchbook or on paper, you know, and you spray down the paper and then you're going to, so the wet paint goes on the wet paper. That's what that is. I would not recommend doing that in your coloring book unless you have the paint. I mean, unless you have a really good sturdy book, because I've ruined bindings before doing that, where I was just wet it down so much that the water seeped through into the binding and everything fell apart. So yeah, don't be like me. Pencil point into the wet technique. So you would take your watercolor pencil and just like dip it in a cup of water and try it that way, and that's kind of the look you'll get there. But you can try all of the different exercises. I know my lighting's bad out here, guys. I'm sorry, and it's also rainy. What we got here? Fruits, vegetables, and flowers. I don't know what if she just like, it almost looks like she flickered the watercolor, but I can't read it because this phone is in the way. So I hate drawing fruits and vegetables. Am I the only one? It just seems like all the art classes I have taken in my life, from childhood on, I just always want you to draw fruits and vegetables. I'm like, I don't want to draw those. Oh my goodness. Loud, huh? Surprised my dog hasn't ran for the under the bed. So I think we're still going, and you know, with each different thing that she has you practice, you'll get to flex your skills in a different way. You know what I mean? So one of these days I'm going to take one of these kind of books, drawing books, because I have quite a few now, and I'm gonna show them one day, all of them. One of these days I'm going to work through the entire book and just maybe do that page by page from my channel. And who knows, maybe I'll learn something, and anybody who watches will too. I don't know. One can only hope. Now we're into the peppers, eggplants, and flowers. Everybody likes the flowers, right? How pretty is that? I think this is where I stopped. It was because I had that magazine from Art in there. So quite a bit, you guys, of all this is all water-soluble media, because I think a lot of people like it, but they really don't know what's the best way to use it. And it's a legitimate question. And a lot of artists, like really good, you know, fine artists, don't like watercolor pencils. It's not a fan favorite. I like them. I've always liked them since I found out about them. The first ones I ever got, I was like, this is great, because you can use it as a pencil or as a watercolor. I don't know. Anyways, putting it all together, so creating complete compositions. So now she's going to tell you backgrounds. And I would be interested in doing something like that. That's pretty. What is that? Shell with a money plant. Oh. Yep. Okay, so now we're going to wet backgrounds, so you can get that kind of effect. So I'm just basically going through this so that our one friend of the channel who asked me about it can get a little feel of the book and decide if she wants to order one, because she had said that she had a hard time finding one. Combining traditional and watercolor pencils and still lifes, landscapes, and seascapes. Oh, give me some seascapes. So we got still life here, shells, landscapes, and see, that's what I want to do. I want to do stuff like this. I love doing people's faces, but I've been coloring and drawing and sketching and painting faces for as long as I can remember, and I'm really getting tired of. I want to switch it up. I want to do something, but I want to do them like very sketchy and like vibrant and almost cartoony, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so here's some more on that. Principles on creating realistic landscapes. I will have to read that. Whoops, sorry. Elements of landscapes and seascapes. See, this is hard for me. It's hard for me to paint the ocean and the sky. And it changes so much from day to day. Like, it's weird how it can be so different, but it is. So that, like, stuff like this, I will like to paint that. So yeah, I'm happy with this book, and like I said, I have not went through each thing. I want to, though. I want to, like, here's a list of colors. So, you know, if you can rustle up these colors, I don't think it's going to matter that much. If you don't have Create-A-Color Aquamonoliths and Aquarellus, because I don't even know what that is. So, yeah, if you can get, you know, whatever you got, just start there. But, oh, whoops, there's more. I think she's showing for both sets. So that is a lot of watercolor pencils. I don't think I would feel comfortable having a set that big, because it's just sometimes it can be too much. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm good with like 48 pencils is a really good number for me. Anyways, here's the end, the index, and there it is. So, yeah, I would say it would be worth it. Get you a copy on eBay if you're interested in drawing and painting with colored pencil. Techniques for Mastering Traditional and Water Soluble by Christiane Cooch. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Before my lights go out, have a great night. Bye.